Okay, so Chief Keef has finally dropped his project called Thot Breaker. We've been waiting for it for a few years now. Honestly, I didn't think this was actually going to release, but it actually came out a day or two ago. And I'm here to give you my first impression / reaction. So let's jump into it. The first track is Alone. It's the intro to the whole thing, so let's check it out. Bima, Bima. I fucking love these ad-libs. Alright, I'm actually fucking with this track. Like, this is pretty good. Seems like it's a little more melodic than a lot of the other stuff Chief Keef has done, but this is... I can fuck with this. This is pretty good. So that was the intro track to the whole thing. It definitely sounded a little bit different from what I'm used to from hearing from Chief Keef. It sounded a little bit more romantic, I guess you could say, if that makes any sense. But this tone for the intro track at least makes me feel like this isn't going to be Chirac Savage Chief Keef. It's going to be more singing, more auto-tune Chief Keef. And surprising enough, it actually didn't sound that bad on that song, as weird as auto-tune Chief Keef sounds. All right, let's hop into the second track. It's called Can You Be My Friend? Let's start this one up. Yeah, this is definitely, this whole album is probably going to be definitely more of singing Sosa. This is what it sounded like, at least. I just wanted to pause real quick. I think it's really funny. You have this melodic Chief Keef, and he's like singing a little bit more, and you have a little bit of the auto tune, but you still have those ad-libs where he's like bang 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 bang, still in the back. It surprisingly fits though. I'm liking this so far. Okay, so we got done the second song, Can You Be My Friend, and honestly, I like this. I like the beat behind it. I like the production a lot. Surprisingly. Normally when I listen to Chief Keef, though, like I said earlier, I think of Chirac drill type music, but this is more melodic. It seems like something you would listen to like on a beach, but I'm liking this so far. Let's see what he's got next. I've been waiting for a new Chief Keef project. It seems like he's been bound to put something out good, so let's see. I know he's been having issues with the label and stuff like that, so good to see him put out a tape. This one's called My Baby, number 3. Okay. Alright, there we go. This is the Sosa I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to go in and start rapping. This is what we were waiting for. Alright, damn. So this is, he's actually killing this. Baby. And on it too, baby. You, baby. Okay. I'm fucking with this. So that was My Baby. That was probably my favorite song that I've heard so far on this tape. It seems like you got a little bit of the melodic, like Chief Keef that we saw in the first 2 tracks, but more this time it seems like he went in with like a verse and we actually got some solid bars from Keef. So this is definitely my favorite track so far, but let's hop in to the next track. It's going to be You and Me. Get this started. Let's get it, let's get it. Girl, you got a hold of me. Don't let go of me. Not really feeling this one right now, to be honest with you guys. Not really feeling this one. Yeah, I don't know. This song may be a bit too slow for me. This is alright. It's not awful, but it's not, I don't know. Not really my favorite track or anything like that. It's probably my least favorite one so far. Okay, so that was You and Me. I wasn't really feeling that track too much. It was a little bit too slow for me. I know this whole tape is designed and being a little bit slower and more melodic, but even so, this was a little bit too slow and more melodic. Chief Keef singing on this, it's not that great, to be honest. Keef doesn't have the best singing. That's not what he's really known for. So when you have a slower song like this where he doesn't really seem to go in and really have like a solid like bars here, it just wasn't for me, at least. Let's go into the next track. It is called Whoa. Here it is. I'm waiting for this drop. This could be a good drop. Like, this little intro sequence is getting me a little excited here. I'm feeling like this is gonna. I feel like this beat might be good.
I'll stop seeing women that I see every week. I'll put my guard down and we go out to eat. If this was all a dream, I'll see you in my sleep. When I saw you last night, I tripped out cause you made me go up.
Okay, I'm getting into this now a little bit. I wasn't really feeling this at first. I'm getting into it. Oh my god. These lyrics. A1 lyrics. So that was track number 5. That was Whoa. Definitely a slower song, kind of like the last one, but I like the production a lot on this one. Honestly, I like this song a lot better than the song we just heard. Once again, probably not my favorite track on this, but I found myself singing along to it a little bit at the end there, and that's probably what you want out of your song, for it to be catchy. And a lot of these songs seem like they're meant to be more catchy, and there's not going to be as many like bars and him going in and spitting like verses and shit like that. And it seems like this album is more focused on like hits and like single potential than like actually putting out like bars. It's not really a whole rap tape, I would say, but let's get into it. Let's keep going. We're going to move on to Couple of Coats, track number 6. Let's go. Okay, Keef.
She told me that she loved me, and then I closed the curtains. I'm somewhere, oh yeah. Pull up in it, oh yeah. Hey, are you so? I'm the man, oh yeah. I seen Burberry, but I ain't gonna go there. I walk in Louis.
Okay, I'm fucking with the song. I like this. This is more of the Savage Sosa. Okay. I like songs where Sosa's more a little bit of a savage. Like, you don't love these thoughts. He's a thought breaker, hence the title Thot Breaker. This is one of those kind of songs. This is what I want to hear from Keef. Yes, I'm sober like an old head. Okay, I see Chief Keef. So that was Couple of Coats. That was one of the songs, it seemed like, to me at least, where Chief Keef kind of became a thought breaker, hence the title Thot Breaker, where he's talking about like you can't love these hoes and stuff like that. And a lot of these songs, it seems like Chief Keef is kind of becoming more romantic, I guess you could say, and that seems coming weird from the Chirac Savage Chief Keef. It just they just really don't go together. But this kind of song is definitely the kind of stuff I want to hear. It has that newer sound of Chief Keef, but it still has those lyrics of I don't love these hoes, I'm still a savage, I'm still Chief Keef. Like that is what I want to hear from Keef on a project like this. But that was definitely a good song, probably my second favorite so far. But we're gonna go into track 7. It's called Grab a Star. I just want to pause it here because like I said, like it's funny hearing the Chief Keef of I'm a savage, I don't love these hoes, and then literally the next song on the tape is I couldn't live without you, girl. Like I don't know, I just find it kind of funny. What? Oh my god, what is this song? Lyrics like that. What do you expect, man? Chief Keef. So that was Grab a Star. We're about track 7 in on this, and I like the track. I thought it was pretty good, but my one complaint maybe about this tape at least, is a lot of the songs, they kind of sound very similar. And I know this isn't Chief Keef's normal style. I know he doesn't normally do more melodic type stuff like this. But my one complaint would be that a lot of these sound the same. Like, a lot of the songs sound the same. They kind of have that same theme. But that really can be my only complaint. I enjoyed the song on its own, though. Definitely one of the better projects, for me at least, so far in this tape. So let's hop on into number 8. It is called You. It's called You, My Number One. Based on the title, I'm going to guess this is going to be one of more of those slow songs where Keef kind of talks about a girl he likes, I guess. Because you my number one. Sounds like this sounds like a DJ Khaled song. You are number one. Number one iTunes most played. I'm liking this so far. This is a pretty good song. Yeah. So that was You Are My Number One. That was probably, once again, one of my favorite tracks on here, besides like maybe a few. But this was good in my opinion, just for the fact I like when Chief Keef has these songs, especially on this tape where a lot of the stuff is more melodic. Though when it starts to get a little more up tempo, you start to hear those 808s start banging. Like, I like those kind of songs. I like where Chief Keef gets a little more up tempo. He doesn't have to be rapping about killing people and stuff, but when he gets a little bit slower and he gets a little more auto-tuney, I know there was auto-tune in the song, but when those songs where he's like, he's trying to hit those like high notes and stuff, like he's a little yachty, I don't really like that. But when these songs are a little bit more up tempo, I like stuff like this. This is the kind of Keef I want to hear on Thot Breaker. And so far I'm enjoying this tape. But our next track on here is going to be SoCal. It's going to be number 9. So let's get into that. This seems like it's going to be more up tempo. I feel like I'm going to fuck with this. Okay, yup. I'm fucking with this beat. Okay. This is the Chief Keef we want. Talking about giving people free smoke. This is what we want. We want Chief Keef talking about people giving we want Chief Keef talking about giving people free smoke. This is what we want. Okay. There we go. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of my favorite songs on the tape so far. This is that more up tempo. I really like this beat. This is probably my favorite beat on the whole tape so far. I've heard this like that sound in the background. I've heard that sample before. I'm just trying to think on what. I've probably heard it at a ton of places. It's probably very common. I probably don't know. So that was track number 9. That was SoCal. And I know I keep saying this, and I know I keep changing my opinion as we go on in this tape. But SoCal, this is 100% my favorite song. Once again, just the 808s, the production of this song, A1 production. I'm going to guess it's by Turbo since we heard his producer tag in the beginning. I don't have the production credits up in front of me. But the production on this track was probably the best that I've seen on this whole tape. That little sample sound in the back that I was talking about, that was really enjoyable. I'm sure I've heard that plenty of other places, but the way it was incorporated on this track was really good. Sosa coming in, talking about giving people smoke, which once again, a lot of us want to hear from Chief Keef, the Chirac Savage, the dude who got big off pretty much just being a savage. He's talking about giving people fucking free smoke, talking about, you know, taking people's girls. This is the kind of stuff we want to hear. I feel like Sosa's flow on this was really good. Probably my favorite song on here so far. Honestly, I'm really excited for the feature coming up with Young Chop, because I'm a fan of Young Chop when he raps, and I think that's what he's going to do. But next is going to be Drankhead. Let's get into that. Who's in my car asking me for a cup? That's his bitch. Should've known she ain't sip drink when she It's better than activists. I call Cuban for 12 points a walk. Any other nigga better know that he's Texas shit. His bitch got it up in my car. I'm liking this. This is pretty good. It's slower, but I'm liking it. Real Drankhead, real, you know. Totally fucked up that hook. Fuck that hook up. So that was Drankhead. I'm not really liking it too much. It was alright. It wasn't bad, but it definitely wasn't good like a lot of the other songs on here. I would say this is just kind of a so-and-so track. Not really anything too stand out here. just kind of That's really all I can say about this track. Coming in, our next track is going to be number 11, and it is going to be My Head. This track, Drink Head, and we're going from Drink Head to My Head. You got it. Let's go. Okay. Like I said, I like when the tempo's up and you got those 808s bumping. Exactly what this is. This is what I like about Chief Keef. When he's up tempo, he's talking shit to you, whoever's listening. He's pretty much talking shit, how I'll take your bitch, he'll do this and stuff like that. And you got those ad-libs in the back. Like, bang, bang. Like, I love that shit. I don't know. I just like it. I don't know. So that was My Head. That was track number 11 on this tape. We're actually only have 2 more songs left, but this is one of my favorite tracks. Not my favorite track, but one of the favorites on here. Once again, I like the more up-tempo style of Keef. I know I've been repeating myself a lot, but I really like the up-tempo style of Keef, especially when you have those 808s booming in the back. So it is definitely cool to see that he definitely has some songs on here like this, because going into this, once I heard the intro track and maybe the first like track or two, I was a little bit worried that this was just going to be all slow songs. It was kind of going to be for the females out there, but he definitely has some songs on here for, it seems like, everybody, which is pretty cool. But the next song on here is the one I've been anticipating, the one I've been waiting for. It is track number 12. It is Slow Dance featuring Young Chop. So let's go. If you guys didn't know, Young Chop also raps along with producing. I'm not sure if he produced this song, but I'm pretty sure he raps as well, because it says he's featured on it. So he should be a rapper on this, because you don't put producers in the feature thing. It just not how it works. But yeah, I think Young Chop's the average rapper. He's nothing amazing, but he's alright. He's better beat maker than rapper, but not a bad rapper. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense to you guys. Pulling out the Lil Pump lyrics talking about fucking your sister. Chief Keef taking inspiration from Lil Pump confirmed. You heard it here first. I can't imagine Young Chop on this beat. I've literally only heard Young Chop on like shit that bangs. Like, I've never heard him on something slow like this. So this should be interesting. I just want to pause here for a minute at this part of the song. It's weird hearing a Chief Keef simp. Like, I guess you could say it's not, but like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. But like, I'm someone, like, my favorite Chief Keef project, Finally Rich. So like, if you went from that and then you listen to this, it would just be a little bit weird, you know? It'd just be a little bit weird. All right, let's keep playing. Like, it's not bad. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's a little different. A little different. We're almost 3 minutes in. It's only a 3-minute 52-second song. I guess Chop features coming in a second. I'm guessing this is where Chop's coming in, maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. Where's the Young Chop feature? Is that Chop? I think this is Chop right now, like, with just going, ah! I don't know. I think that's Chop. That might be Chop in the background. Doesn't sound like Keef. It sounds a little bit like Chop. I think this might be Chop in the background singing. So Chop doesn't actually have a verse in the song. It's a little disappointing. He just kind of has a melodic singing in the back that doesn't sound. I'm like 90% sure this is Chop right now in the back, because I know both their voices. I'm pretty sure this is Chop. That was track number 12, Slow Dance featuring Young Chop. Honestly, I was really excited for this track. I wasn't really too blown away by it or anything. I was really excited for that Young Chop feature. I kind of feel like I got clickbaited because it said Young Chop, and then Young Chop really only had like singing, like a melodic thing in the back, and I could really not understand him. It was kind of like how you'll see Designer featured in songs, but only his ad-libs are in the song. Like, it doesn't really seem like you should put the feature there. It seems like they put Young Chop in the feature to get people excited to see like Keef and Chop working together again, but I don't know. I wasn't really feeling this one. It was more of a slower song, and honestly, I'm not a big fan of slower Keef. So we only have one more song on this project before we give our first impressions, but it is track 13. It is called Going Home. Let's give it a listen. This one could go either way based on the beginning of this. If he just starts singing autotune, like, over this kind of beat, I don't know. We'll see. Why does this remind me of, like, a Lil Yachty song? This sounds like Chief Keef went on YouTube, looked up, like, Lil Yachty beat, or he went to his producer, or his producer tried to make, like, a Lil Yachty type beat. It's, like, more upbeat. Like, yo, this is literally sounds very similar to a Lil Yachty song. Like, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying that, but he's like, he slobs on my knob like corn on the cob. Like, that sounds like some shit Lil Yachty would say. It's a little more of an upbeat type beat. I'm not saying he's copying Lil Yachty or anything like that, but it's kind of similar. It's pretty funny. Like, I could never picture Chief Keef on a beat like this, but it actually works. Like, when I picture Chief Keef, I'm thinking like booming, like trap shit, but this sounds pretty good. 18. Okay, so that was Chief Keef's Thot Breaker. Honestly, this was a lot different from what I thought it would be. So this is something that was been supposed to release like a year or two ago, I believe. This has been in the works for a while. It's been supposed to release for a while, and it seems like we finally got it, which is really cool to see. As a lot of us know, Chief Keef has a ton of issues with labels and stuff like that. His label and him have a lot of disputes. It seems like, though, that they're starting to come to more terms together as we've seen more Chief Keef projects be released. I know he's in a 360 deal right now, and while if you're making a lot of money, that can be good, but when you're kind of in the bit of a decline in your career, such as Chief Keef has, which I think most people can admit to, that he's definitely fallen out of popularity, I think this is actually a really good project. I'm really liking this. There are a few songs on here I wasn't really feeling. It's definitely more slow. If you're not a big fan of really slow Chief Keef, then you might not like this. But it's definitely different from anything he's put out before. And I like that when artists do that and they try to do new things, and it actually turns out really well. So I'm pretty excited for what Chief Keef has coming. His previous tape, 2017, was definitely really solid. And after listening to Finally Rich, one of my favorite Chief Keef albums, if not my favorite Chief Keef album, it's really cool to see that after he put out what I would call mediocre albums and mixtapes, it's good to see that he can come back out with a project like 2017 and then follow up with something like this. Chief Keef has a fan base that is really big, and they're going to continue to support him no matter what. So it's good to see that he's putting out music like this. And honestly, I could see Chief Keef making a comeback if he keeps putting out projects like this and just stuff where he tries to like push himself to do new things, because as a lot of you guys know, that 2012 drill sound isn't really popping like it used to back in 2012. But I thought this was a solid tape. I definitely recommend it to go out there and listen. Like I said, if you are a fan of slower Chief Keef, some of the tracks on here might not be for you, but there are definitely some tracks with a lot of like booming 808s and stuff like that, and more up tempo that I liked, and you out there would probably like too if you like Chief Keef. But I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up. I definitely recommend you go out there, check it out. It is free. It's a mixtape, of course, so go check it out. It's on DatPiff. It's fairly solid, and definitely good to see that Chief Keef is still progressing, even though he's been in the game for something like 5 years now. So Chief Keef, if you're listening to this, I don't think you are, but good job on this project. I enjoyed it a lot. I know a lot of people have been waiting for it for a while, and from what I've seen, the reception is pretty good on this project. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit the like button. If you disliked the video for some odd reason, hit the dislike button. If you're new, how about you subscribe? But yeah, guys, this has been Throwaway, and as always, peace out.